Hey guys, um, I just tried doing Morrowind episode 1. Like just a few minutes ago, I got done trying, and I wasn't doing well. I think winging it is actually not a good thing. I mean, I basically know the story that I never wrote, but the thing about that is, I'm just not doing good. I'm stuttering. Well, I wasn't really stuttering. I was just kind of at a loss at a lot of points. I I knew the next step, but not really how to get there. It's like, okay, great. What do I fill this gap in with? And I hate dealing with that. I just hate dealing with that. And that's why I've never finished what I start writing. That's why I come to a point where it's like I know the next step, but I don't know how to get there. I know the next major plot point, but I don't know how to get there. It just ruins everything I try to write. It has ruined everything I've tried to write. For years, I've never finished a book. And that is why. It always happens. It will always happen. And then you try to force your way through and fix your problem. You work so hard at forcing it that you know the story so well beyond the point you're at, so it becomes boring. And you don't want to do it. You want to do another story. Another story pops in and you're like, I have to do this. I have to write this. There's no way I'm letting this go. It just happens. And my brain cannot stop creating. That is how my brain works. It doesn't stop creating. So, yeah, that will always happen. So long as the first problem happens, I will always create something else, and I'll just want to do that more. So anyways, I need to make scripts, and I'm gonna have to seek help for making scripts. And because of that, I don't know if I'm ever gonna do this. Like, not because I don't want to, but because I don't know if I can. I seriously, I don't know. Um, yeah, that is a thing. That is how it is. And it sucks. I was looking forward to this. It's a very ambitious project, and now I don't know. I just I don't know if I'm gonna be able to actually do it. That's the worst thing about this situation. Anyways, so today's video, I I didn't know really what I was gonna do today. I was like, I need to make a video today. I didn't make a video yesterday. Today's Thursday, right? Yeah. I didn't make a video yesterday, and I should have, and I didn't. I woke up, it was like 1 o'clock, and I thought to myself, well, that's still fine. I still have plenty of time. And then right as I say that, my granny decides to drop by and drop off some things, and you know, it's like food from the shelter and some clothes that she wanted me to try on, and I've still not tried them on. It is the next day, and they're still sitting in the living room. Someone's gonna be pissed that I didn't move them to my room. Anyways, by the time she left, it was 2:30, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make a video and have enough time to upload it before 3. So, yeah. Right now, it's sometime past 8 in the morning, so that's good. I'm gonna be good. But, today I want to talk about, Beast Boy. Ashley, my fiance, requested that I do a Let's Talk About video on Beast Boy. The thing is, I've been doing Let's Talk About videos the same way I did my, old 62 videos, where I sort of just read their story and then kind of reacted to it. But I need to do more reacting and less. I don't need to actually give their story. I shouldn't really do that because you came here probably because you already know the character. So, what do I think about Beast Boy? That's really what this video is. News. There is new stuff about Beast Boy. I hear he's in the Doom Patrol show, which I've not watched. I would like to watch it. I don't know that much about Doom Patrol. I just don't know where to watch it. I think it's great that they are bringing Beast Boy back to something he did before Teen Titans. He did, in canon, do this, and then moved on to Teen Titans later on. And he wasn't a official member of Doom Patrol. He just showed up sometimes. I'm pretty sure I got that right. But the show looks like, or makes it look like he's more than a member. He's like part of the family. I mean, part of me kind of hopes I have that wrong, because in the Doom Patrol comics, he was like there every now and then, and that was the extent of it. But that's old Doom Patrol. That's if Prime Earth has ruined Doom Patrol as well, then I will not be surprised, because Prime Earth ruined is Johnny Sorrow Prime Earth or Post Zero Hour? Because there is a version of Johnny Sorrow, and his name is Jonathan Sorrow, and he got arrested, he was caught, and he seems a lot more, I'll say it this way, he seems a lot less like some sort of human / Lovecraftian beast, just thing that has taken a human form. I don't know why that is. That really ruins his character. Like, I don't think he can divert energy blast in the new stuff. I don't think he can, like, if he does show his true face, I don't think it's that horrifying thing that we can't really see. Anyways, Prime Earth ruined a lot of characters. That is an example. but that's my opinion. I think the New Earth Johnny Sorrow was a much better character than what we got with his reboot. Psycho Pirate is another really good one. The New Earth Psycho Pirate was really good. I really liked his story, his costume, and everything. The Prime Earth one sucks. I don't even know if the story was attached. It probably wasn't because Prime Earth is current, and if they say things, then they're gonna have to update it like 2 weeks later, so why would they say things for now? But even if the story was not attached, even if the new Psycho Pirate of Prime Earth had no history in his article, still, the art is not desirable. I like the very small, slender gold mask that was form-fitting to his face, and not this big, like, Egyptian-looking thing. Like, he's not some Egyptian god or something. Like, it's the mask of Medusa. Yeah, sure, but I don't know. It's a game changer, but that's how I feel. So, how do I feel about Beast Boy? That is today's video. How do I feel about Beast Boy? I really like his character. I really like the direction that they took him through in the Teen Titans show. I know that was years ago. Like, I'm late. I'm just late. That isn't even. That's too much of an understatement. I shouldn't mention the old Teen Titans show. Teen Titans Go is an absolute mess, and I don't recommend it to anyone who doesn't really know about it. And like I said, I've not watched Doom Patrol. I kind of want to, but I'm also kind of watching other things at the moment. And I don't know where to find Doom Patrol. I like what I've heard. I really like the idea that they're bringing him to Doom Patrol. And I hear there's going to be a crossover between that show and a Teen Titans live-action show. I would like to see this live-action Teen Titans show. I've not even heard like a name for it. What's it called? What's it called? I want to find it. So, yeah. Also, there was this character that I heard of through news about Doom Patrol. And, like, I knew about Doom Patrol before the show came out. I have a Doom Patrol comic. One. One comic about Doom Patrol. And, there was this character that's in the show, and she's not in that comic, and I've never heard of her in general. Crazy Jane. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to reading about her. Maybe I'll read up on her history and maybe do a Let's Talk About on her. And I've not read Teen Titans. I've not read any Teen Titans comics. I know, shocker, but at the moment I'm more concerned with Hulk and, like, I just got done reading Totally Awesome Hulk Volume 1. I read the whole Volume 1 in a few days. I got it on Comixology. I just borrowed it. It was only like 6 books or something like that. I don't know. I would like to read Volume 2, but I can't seem to find it on the app. I should do a review of that Volume 1 of Totally Awesome Hulk. I should review it Saturday. I feel like I will definitely do that. But yeah, at the moment I'm reading Hulk. I'm gonna jump from Totally Awesome Hulk now to another title. What was it called? I'd have to look at my notes. If I minimize this... No, wait, it's on my Kindle. Okay. Also, since this is a free day and I'm basically rambling, I got a new lock for my collar. It's just a heart shape, and I think it's cute. So this is one of the locks that I bought quite a while ago, actually. So I bought like 3 or 4 locks, and this is the only one that's arrived. The other ones are supposed to arrive sometime this month, but I forget like when exactly, but I know it was like a good bit, maybe 10 days gap. Like this one was supposed to arrive, and then 10 days later, I think the other 2 are gonna arrive. But anyways, I really like this lock, and when I get all of the other ones, I will do sort of a interchanging video and see how I feel about them and just give my opinions and stuff. I will save that video for one of my free days. And since we're not actually going to do Morrowind, I have some batch recordings that I made while I was doing the old 62, and I really want to put them out there for you guys. There's only like 2 or 3, but I need to actually get them out there. That is something I need to do, so I can get them off my laptop. What is any of this? History? Yeah, here we go. So after I finished the Volume 1 of Totally Awesome Hulk, I was like, okay, what am I going to read next? I just got the app not long ago, and I'm loving this, so I don't know what to do with myself. But I can't really buy comics yet, so I'm just borrowing things. Like, anything I can borrow, I will, probably. But I want to read through everything before I go on to something else, so. There was this character. I want to do a... I want to do a Marvel fanfiction based on, like, what if the Ultimate Alliance games kept coming out? Like, how would the story develop? So I wanted to do that fanfiction idea, but the problem with that is, okay, who do I make it about? Because Ultimate Alliance focused on lesser characters. That's sort of what it displayed. Primarily, it was like a lot of lesser characters that you would have to know a lot of stuff to even hear about these characters. So, after I after I finished Totally Awesome Hulk, I was like, what should I read next? And I have come to a decision. There was this character that I wanted to know stuff about. If you've heard of Death's Head, she is a character that has sort of a weird history. But her real name is Pyra, and she was supposed to, the Death's Head thing was supposed to be this guy. Mantle, that's the word I was thinking of. The mantle of Death's Head was supposed to go to this guy, but he died or something, so it went to Pyra, which was the guy's wife. And Pyra is a really interesting character, but the problem is she's not in Earth 616 Marvel. She's in some non-canon dimension. So, yeah, I don't know why. But because of that, like, I really wanted to use the character Death's Head, but I'm not going to use someone who's from a different dimension. So, because of that, I started looking at other characters who have taken on the title. Everyone else who took on the title was either from a non-canon universe, obviously not Pyra, and obviously not some sort of recreation of Death's Head, except for one. There's a guy named Carl who went by Death's Head in Earth 616. And he appeared in Realm of Kings, Son of Hulk, #1, Incredible Hulk's Enigma Force, #1, Realm of Kings, Son of Hulk, #2, Incredible Hulk's Enigma Force, #2, and Enigma Force, #3. Okay, so I'm gonna get those comics on Comixology. I'm gonna try to. Maybe I will update you guys on how that went Saturday. But the thing is, I really want to learn about this Carl guy and why he took on the name Death's Head and what he has done. Because there is no history on his article. It says, like, his history's not been written here yet. So I literally know nothing about this character. There's no information I can get from the article, so I'm resorting to actually tracking down the comics, and I'm gonna read them. So, yeah. So I'm gonna do that. But as far as Beast Boy goes, his character in the old Teen Titans cartoon gets a 5 stars because he was funny, he was relatable, or I related with him. He had a good sense of humor. I think he was used for comic relief just as much as he was used for actual usefulness on the battlefield. So that makes him good because he's needed and he also lifts up the team when they need it. Except for Raven. He doesn't really... That didn't really work out. They didn't really make friends. But yeah, that display of Beast Boy gets 5 stars. Other displays of Beast Boy. Still need to see Doom Patrol. Still not seen it. I didn't really watch Teen Titans Go, but from what I've seen, that is a nope. That is burn it before it lays eggs. Kill it with fire. I mean, the animation was trash. The stories, the episode plots were trash. And a lot of people are saying the whole show was just trash. So, like, it was a dumpster fire. But, other representations. I have yet to read any comics of Teen Titans, and yeah, that is also a thing. But I would like to. I would pretty much like to. But also at the same time, like, I'm just doing other things at the moment. I don't have a lot of time for Teen Titans comics because I'm trying to learn about certain characters. After this, after I learn about Carl, I'm gonna see what I can find on a character by the name of Thunderbolt. I know those are old comics, old Daredevil, I think, because Turk Barrett was involved with Thunderbolt, and I know Turk Barrett is... No, he's Luke Cage, isn't he? So I don't know what title Thunderbolt is in. I'll have to go back to his article. But anyways, it is some old stuff. I know that for sure. And I don't know if Comixology will have it. I'll be honest there. I don't know if they'll have it, but I want to learn. So, I'll check it out. Also, there's just a lot of guys that I want to see about, check out, and figure out their history. If I go to my programs folder that I made, I go to my drive, and right at the front of my drive, I made a folder for Marvel Ultimate Alliance Continuing. So here are some characters that I want to learn about. Whether I will or not. Whether I will find the comics or not. I got their pictures and I saved their pictures to my drive. So I want to learn about Thunderbolt. I want to learn about the Hitman, Burt Kenyon. I want to learn about Carnage Curl, Davos the Destroyer, Nuke. I got Nuke's action figure. Where is it? It's right above Deathlock. So that's Nuke. That right there is this guy. So yeah, that is a American flag tattooed on his face, and he's crazy. Wolverine made him crazy, and I think that's cool. Anyways, I don't know like much about what happened to him. I know he was used as a weapon to sort of invoke terror things, acts of terror. And yeah, I don't know like what kind of things he did, and I think I know how he died. He was the one that got wrapped up in that weapon minus guy, and the other guy, the Iron Nail. And so Nuke became like a living bomb. Someone put a bomb in him and used his already brainwashed brain to convince him to attack something. And he was he was brought in, taken away from that mess by Nick Fury, and then while they were on a helicarrier, the bomb inside Nuke goes off, and so he dies, and the helicarrier crashes. And that's one of the things that made people think Nick Fury was dead. But yeah, I really like the turn that they took with Nick Fury, because now he is the unseen. He is this basically Uatu the Watcher. Since he's the one that killed Uatu and he took his eyes, that are literally used for watching. They're not just normal bodily eyes, they're some sort of mystical objects. And yeah. So the other Watchers, I think it was the other Watchers, made him, forced him. They like bent him to their will, and now he is basically a Watcher. He can see, but he cannot interact. So he's seeing everything. He's got all this power too. He's got more like actual non-human powers, and this video is way too long. And yeah. When I get going on this stuff, I just get going. So, who are some other characters that I want to learn about? Galactus, and I want to learn how he turned good, because why and how. Anyways, Inez Temple, Outlaw is her hero name. She teamed up with Deadpool once, and then they got married, and they had some very interesting comic panels, and it led to Deadpool being like, you know what, I can't do this, and so that's how that went. Then there's Janet Van Dyne. I want to learn a lot more, because I have a limited knowledge about her. So yeah. Jocasta is a robot that Ultron made, and he was supposed to be like making a bride. He was supposed to be making a bride, but he gave her like too much intelligence, because she knew better. She knew like this wasn't the right thing to do, and what he was doing wasn't the right thing to do, and she eventually joined the Avengers, but she was still under some sort of influence of his. I know that much. I don't know much else. I know that she is in Marvel Future Fight, which is a mobile game that went up in like 2015. But Future Fight is... it has a storyline. It has an actual story. And you can play through missions that are predetermined. And I guess the only problem is it never ends. I wonder if the stuff that was beefing up everybody, the super chemical IG-88B, is actually a thing in canon. I wonder. Because I think I saw it referenced in her canon article, I think. Maybe. I might be wrong. Anyways, I also want to learn about a character by the name of Plasma, also known as Leela O'Toole. she's a Moon Knight villain. I actually know like close to everything about her. She's a Moon Knight villain. She was related to the Living Pharaoh, who's also known as the Living Monolith. He tried to be Juggernaut one time, and anyways, he died later on. It wasn't fighting Colossus or fighting the real Juggernaut. None of that killed him. He died later on. But Leela O'Toole is related to him, and she went on this villainous crusade known as Plasma. So what she did was really surprising. She started leading his cult, because there was a cult surrounding this Living Pharaoh character. And there was also a cult surrounding Khonshu, apparently. Apparently, Moon Knight isn't the only worshipper of Khonshu. So she took over that cult, and the two merged. So now she's got the mass of two cults just at her disposal, and she really tries, like, she tries to get back at Moon Knight. And Moon Knight wants to intervene anyways because these are his people. If anyone should be leading them, it's him, or that's what I think. But he probably had other reasons. But yeah, it was a mess. Anyways, it's not clear what happens to Plasma. Like, it says she dies, but the way it happened, it's like she could have lived. There's a chance that someone would have in that situation. I forget what exactly happened. Then there is Leonardo da Vinci. I didn't know that this was something Marvel did. But anyways, they made him a time traveler. And like, he had some involvement with the creation of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm not kidding. And after Nick Fury got turned into the Unseen, he had some hand in reforming S.H.I.E.L.D. Or I don't know if S.H.I.E.L.D. is reformed or not, but he tried to. He got Reptile and a bunch of other characters, and he was like, we're gonna try to reform S.H.I.E.L.D. And that was the last I heard of it. I think S.H.I.E.L.D. is still defunct in the main comics universe. But anyways, moving on. There's this character by the name of Leviathan. He showed up in this one Nick Fury comic. A comic actually for Nick Fury, and I haven't heard of him like beyond anything else. He was in the one where everyone was having identity problems. This is a much more recent comic. But anyways, the Nick Fury comic was like 90s era, and what happened was Leviathan is a smuggler. He is... I'm just going to show you. So this guy, right, he smuggles weapons, and he's trying to smuggle weapons in, and Nick Fury finds him, and they start fighting. Well, something happens, and Nick Fury is separated, but the fight continues between Leviathan and the combined efforts of Punisher and Silver Sable. And yeah, he's brought in, he is taken to the what's the one that's out on the water? The Raft? I think it's called the Raft. It's a prison for supervillains. Anyways, he is kept there, and he came back out in this much more recent comic where everyone is having identity problems, and I can't remember the name of that comic for the life of me. It's tragic. Next on the list is Moon Knight. I don't know that much about Moon Knight, to be honest. I want to learn about his character more. I want to learn about his villains. I want to see his rogues gallery and what it has to bring to the table. My back is in pain. This is too long. I thought I was just gonna get through this list and I could wrap up the video. But, let's do rapid fire. Mr. Sinister. Onslaught. Orxa is another Deadpool character. She only appeared once, I think. Pybok, it's an old Fantastic Four villain. Pillai is a pretty old Hank Pym villain. I forget what his Ant-Man. Blah. Ant-Man. Sorry, my brain's on fire. Anyways, here's Pillai. Pillai is an alien that killed Janet Van Dyne's father. That is canon, and I want to learn anything I can about Pillai because of that. I want to include him in that Marvel fanfiction I was talking about, and yeah. Rick Lawson, who took on the identity of the Prowler. He impersonated the Prowler. What was that one? I skipped one. Oh yeah, Robbie Baldwin. He went by Speedball for the majority of his tenure, and at one time he was known as Penance. So you can look that up. The Russian. The Russian is a Punisher villain, and his story is tragic. Not for the reasons you think. It's just, it's hard to read because it gets to a point where it's so bad. It's not like bad in a cool way. It just sucks. Salvation 1 is a robot that Hank Pym made when he got kicked out of the Avengers. He was like, I'm gonna make this robot, only I know the weakness, and I'm gonna stick it on the Avengers, and I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna destroy it like nothing. So, yeah, that didn't go over well. But yeah, the Russian, I'm gonna try to leave that horrible part out of his story when I use him in my fanfiction. And then there's Shumagorath, and I don't know if I'm even gonna use Shumagorath, but I want to. Silver Surfer. I need to follow up with Silver Surfer because he was in the first Ultimate Alliance, not the second one, for some reason. Slorioth, the, what is his title? It's something like the Devourer, or something like that. Slorioth. Anyways, I will show a picture. And there's his name. You can kind of, yeah, it's phasing in. So it is focused now. You can look at the name and check him out. He is a really cool character, like multiversal level problem that can't even come to this universe without probably breaking it. So, yeah, the Vishanti didn't want to help stop him because the repercussions of that, they said, would be too great. Doctor Strange tried to summon the Vishanti for help, and that's what they said. This dude. Why is Cap on here? For some reason, Captain America's on here. I guess I do kind of want to learn more about him. I've never read Captain America. That is a disappointment, but are the movies accurate? Are they accurate? I feel like I should read the comics anyway. I probably will. Anyways, Turk Barrett is on here. Deadpool's on here. And that is it. That is everyone. That is this list. So this video is just too long, and I hate that I did that. I hate it when other YouTubers do this, because I'm sitting there trying to watch their video, and I have something to do all of a sudden. Happens all the time. And I'm like, great, now I can't finish this video. It took me 3 days to watch Jacksepticeye's first video on Satisfactory. I have not watched the others because of that. I don't want to watch the videos that are coming out for Satisfactory. All the YouTube giants are putting out videos of them playing that game, and they're all like, well, longer than this video. And I'm like, cool, I wish I could watch it. Maybe I could have a few years ago, but I have too much responsibility now. So yeah, I don't know. Why did 10-minute playthroughs just stop happening? Why are they just not here anymore? They don't happen anymore. Why? They were so good. They were so worth it. It was so worth it to put on a 10-minute video because I could listen, I could pay attention, and I could take in, I could consume the details. And if I ended up liking that game, I would get that game. Probably. And now, I don't know if I want the game or not, because they're making the playthroughs so long, I can't watch. I can't watch something like that. I don't have the time, or the patience, either. But, yeah. So somewhere in this video, I talked about Beast Boy. I did give my honest opinion about what I've seen of Beast Boy. I feel like this is how I should do Let's Talk About videos. And the videos I've done so far, I just shouldn't have done them like that. And I kind of want to redo them for that reason. Like, I've read their history. That was the thing. I didn't read the history when I was doing a video on them. Turner D. Century. I really want to redo my video on him, because I was just saying, oh yeah, he's a cool character, and I don't know how many times I said that. It was cringy, because I said he's a cool character like so many times. I want to redo my video on him and actually give reasons why I like him when so many people in the community don't. So yeah. And I need to get out of here before this video hits an hour, because I don't want to do that to my fans. That's not cool. It's not cool to make a 1-hour video. So yeah. I will see you guys in 2 days, I guess, because Friday is supposed to be podcast day over on SoundCloud. Still don't know how to start your broadcast. So if you use SoundCloud, let me know. Or if you use another app for podcasting, just tell me what it is. I really want to start podcasting on Fridays, but I don't know where. And I know you can on SoundCloud, but I don't know how. If I learn to start broadcasting, I'm sure I can figure anything else out. So, yeah. Either tell me like how to start or where else I can broadcast. So, yeah. With that, I am done with this video. I'm just done. And I'll see you guys Saturday. Saturday is another free day. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. Hopefully, it's not going to be this long. But I'll see you guys then. Peace.